So a new iPad Pro is definitely coming out. What's up guys, what is going on? I'm Rafael Gregor and I'm a digital addict. Before we go on, let me just update you guys on why I haven't been posting in a while. Long story short, I've been experimenting with other platforms and my previous ways of making videos just took way too long. So I've taken everything I've learned from those platforms and just got over my general camera shyness. But yeah, anyway, back to the Apple event in October. Apple have been paying special attention to artists, and it shows, with a reported 60+ illustrations for invites. I actually love these, and I wouldn't be surprised if other artists take a crack at their own as well. As for the event, only a few highlighted rumors of the iPad have come out. The main ones being that the iPad Pro will feature an edge-to-edge screen design similar to their iPhone Xs and the lightning adapter changing to USB-C. So there are other speculations, but they aren't as obvious or as confirmed as the main two I've talked about. You know, I actually hate it when new iPad Pros are around the corner. I have a tendency to get my gear acquisition syndrome kick in and already destroy my terrible work ethic. But that does not stop me from drooling over new shiny gadgets. So now, what would I, as an artist, want to get announced at this event? So I actually went to the mall to do some chores while I record this video, and look at the kick-ass car I parked right next to. I've never seen a Lotus like that before. Pretty cool. First off, let's talk about the actual iPad Pro. There are reportedly two versions, the 12.9 inch with a smaller bezel and a smaller form factor, and the one replacing the 10.5 inch is a bit up in the air. It could either retain its 10.5 inch form factor and get smaller device dimensions, or even the same with a larger 11 inch screen. I would personally like to have the 12.9 inch, as the previous gen was just too big and too heavy. The 10.5 inch I currently have is a bit small, but the weight is just perfect. In short, I want a lighter, smaller 12.9 inch iPad Pro. Second thing I want announced is a new Apple Pencil. Now I think this is very likely, as the current gen Apple Pencils charge using the Lightning connector. I've never minded the way you would charge it like most tech reviewers do. I found it convenient as I didn't have to have a charger with me all the time. And the current gen Apple Pencil is thoughtfully designed and works great for every lazy artist out there. But like every lazy artist, I found that I just got lazy to charge it. Opting to quick charge the pencil before every drawing session, so I end up working constantly charging the pencil every half an hour due to my laziness. For the new Apple Pencil, I would love to see a way for Apple to implement a wireless charging method where the pencil would magnetically attach itself to the body of the iPad and charge. This would eliminate one of my first world problems, as I think this is highly plausible that the USB-C male adapter end is slightly wider and larger than Lightning. Making a thicker pencil would not go well with Apple's current design aesthetic. Now my third wish, and I'm sure this wish is highly plausible. So based off my previous reasoning, if Apple were to charge wirelessly, there will be now space on the other end for an eraser. I would love this, and possibly another bonus wish of increasing Apple's tilt sensing range and accuracy. So my fourth wish is to improve the tip resistance of the Apple Pencil. So there has always been some kind of grit on the Apple Pencil to the screen, but after a while, some of your skin's oil gets on the screen and it just starts sliding like you are drawing on glass with a piece of plastic. While painting isn't much of an issue with this feeling for me, it's the sketching part that gives me trouble. Not having that tactile feeling makes the process feel a little artificial. If you've been paying attention to Microsoft's Surface Pro 5's or maybe 6's new pencil, they have a sort of rubber tip that helps with the feel of the pencil to the screen. I would love to see Apple provide multiple tip options for artists. The fifth thing I would wish for is kick-ass new apps. So in the past few days, a lot of new software for the iPad has been announced. My favorite drawing app, Procreate, just teased some kick-ass new features that could be demoed along with Adobe Photoshop for iPad at the event. But I would seriously love to see a version of Final Cut Pro on the iPad. So Adobe recently announced Adobe Premiere Rush, which I tried and frankly it cannot compete with the best editing software on iPad right now, which is LumaFusion. But no matter what, having a version of Final Cut, which is natively designed by Apple for iPads, and having all, if not most of the features on the desktop would be really great to cement iPad as a pro user device. It will also help make it easier for me to just work on my iPad for a lot of my content creation tasks without having to jump on my laptop. I would also love it if they would bring other pro apps like Motion, which would help me do motion graphics on my iPad. So yeah, what do you think? Am I wishing for too much? Am I going to be disappointed for this Apple event? Are you thinking of getting a new iPad Pro when it drops early next month? Do you want the same things I do? What other things are you wishing for later this month? Do I rely on shiny new gadgets too much? Do I have an obsession? Do I have terrible work ethic? Write your comments down below, hit the button, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Okay, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna edit this video and see where it goes from there.